Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to tell you about the Black Friday sales that are going on right now. I want to give you my thoughts on it and what to avoid, what to look forward to, and just everything around this because Black Friday sales happen every single year on MapleStory. There are similar patterns that always happen every single year, and then there's new stuff that they usually add that can make things a little bit confusing. We're going to go over that and I'm going to let you know everything. Of course, if you enjoy this video or you learn anything, definitely be sure to subscribe. I have plenty of more videos coming soon, and I also have so many videos already uploaded that are designed to help you guys out. And of course, pull up to the live stream as well, where you can see me play the game live, talk to the community in real time, and of course, join the Discord. Anyways, so the first thing that you should know about Black Friday, I said it earlier, is it happens every single year. And some of these sales happen every single year as well, too. Black Friday, you would typically think is an opportunity to like get some really good stuff. But in reality, it's usually an opportunity to burn all of your money, like your real life money. It's usually an opportunity to do that because stuff is usually very expensive on Black Friday, which is pretty ironic because Black Friday is supposed to be like discounts, but actually no, it's really, really expensive. So how Black Friday sales work is there is a week-long sale of certain items. Like for example, this new thing called Ethereal Atelier. This thing lasts the entire week of Black Friday. So throughout the week, you can buy this anytime. There's also things called doorbuster sales, which are these over here. Doorbuster sales are limited quantity items that release every single day at +8 reset, I believe. So how these work is you can only buy a certain amount of them, and they have like very exclusive items. Usually it's all dog shit, to be honest with you. Like usually it's all trash except for like one item that's actually really good. So what they did this time is they included a special vac pet that could be revived with special petite water of life. So special petite water of life works like this. So you have the petite water of life, which resurrects your vac pet for 30 days. This is like the typical vac pet. If you were to buy like Florian, Florence, or Low Flora, this is what you buy to revive your vac pet, right? It costs 13.9k. You could discount it to like 9k or something. But the special petite water of life can only be used on special vac pets. Those vac pets don't function any differently than these ones. They just have a cheaper revive cost. So you end up paying only like $1.70 to revive the vac pet versus like $10 to revive the vac pet. So you would think that this is actually like a much better deal because long term you save on the revive cost. But in reality, the chance to get the baby sea angel is 2%. You can only buy a few of these every single day. So in reality, you're just going to get robbed. Like you're pretty much just not going to hit this ever. And also you're just going to waste all your money. So like, I just don't think this is like a good deal, or these doorbusters in general are really good deals, but that's how they work on Black Friday. So there's like the week-long sales that just are throughout the entire week, like this item, for example, and like the Black Friday rolls, which can be nice. Usually they have like at least 1 or 2 good hairs, and same with faces. Those last the whole week. And then there's doorbusters that happen every single day at +8 and -8 as well, or either +7, -7. It's one of those hours. But then what Black Friday also has is it has daily deals that change every single day. So for example, if you were to press the button here, you would be sent down to the Tuesday sale. And then the Tuesday sale specifically has Gachapon tickets, for example, or it'll have this new outfit called Last Dance outfit. And then you have like 1 day to buy this. So the Black Friday sales also have sort of like a FOMO aspect to it, where every single day there's a different sale. Now, the most important sales for Black Friday are the cube sales. This is the most important one because the cube sale, it lasts literally only 1 day. It's going to be live Friday night, Saturday morning, and you can buy cubes at a 25% discount, which is actually a lot. And cube sales only happen 2 times a year, once on Black Friday and once on MapleStory Anniversary, which is in May. So they're 6 months apart. Cube sales are very, very important to capitalize on. I'm actually going to have a whole video on cube sale and Star Force event that's coming soon, but this is what you should expect on Black Friday as well, is there's cube sales. The other thing that I think is actually a good value is transparent NX. Now, hear me out on this. Permanent transparent NX is good, but it's not as good as it used to be. So transparent NX, if you don't know how that works, you see how my character has like nothing on her face showing, or like her gloves aren't showing anything? That's because I'm wearing transparent gear, right? But you can see my transparent gear is temporary, meaning that it's going to expire. But with the Black Friday sale, it's permanent. So it'll never expire, and you could just never have to think about buying transparents ever again. But to be honest with you, I really wouldn't recommend buying it because you can get transparent gear for really, really cheap and for free every 3 months if you're just on top of it. So if you're playing this game and honestly like like you like buying an X and you like whaling and stuff, I mean, I could see this being useful because then you get the peace of mind of never having to think about transparency. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like most of you should just do this. Open the cash shop, make sure you're doing your bossing so you actually have reward points. Search up transparent and then buy the ones that have an R on it. The ones that have an R on it cost reward points. That way you could just get these for free just through bossing. If you do bossing, you can claim your reward points and buy these for free, and they last for 3 months. I would just do this every 3 months. Like I wouldn't bother with the permanent transparency. Just save your money. Unless you really are that type of person that like really wants peace of mind and you just never have to think about it again. You don't want to like come back to the game and your character's ugly. Then sure, yeah, buy permanent transparency. Anyways, honestly, the main reason why I wanted to make this video is to talk about this, the ethereal atelier. So I want to show you guys how it works, give you a little bit of an example and what this system is, and honestly like some feedback on it because I really don't like it. There's some things that I do like, to be fair. In general, like I just don't think it's a good system. So how this works, this is like the main gimmick. Nexon always does this with big cash updates, is they'll create some sort of new gimmick or some sort of like new thing to get you to FOMO and buy on, right? So this Antelier reliquary, I don't even know what the fuck these words mean, to be honest with you. And I'm actually a master of vocab too. So in this, you buy them, and in the cash shop, you can see there's a bunch of items, and it'd be like, oh, huh, interesting. Like maybe I could open these items. No, that's actually not how that works at all. So I'm gonna buy a set of 10 to demonstrate how this works, right? I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna pull it out the cash shop, and I'm gonna show you. So how this works is you open these boxes and you get feathers, these feathers over here, and you get a certain amount of feathers. There's rates to how many feathers you get, right? And then on the 10th box, you get like a higher chance to get more feathers. Like whatever feathers you get is doubled. So I'm gonna open one. I got 1 feather, and you'll see that the fever time goes up. So I open another one and I got 1 feather. Open another one, I got 10 feathers. Wow, I actually got really lucky here. Open another one, I got 4. 2, 2, 2, 2, and then it's gonna double, or that one was the doubled one actually. 2, 4. Wow, so I actually got pretty lucky by getting a 10 there. So now you get these feathers, right? So what do you do with these feathers? You double click them and you'll see that all the items that were displayed in the cash shop actually cost a certain amount of feathers to buy. And you'll see that these items are actually really expensive. Like for example, custom skin coupon, 200 feathers, skin prism, 140, skin coupon, 140, all these NX sets, 130, some of them even more, 180, 150. Keep in mind, some of these NX sets were dirt cheap in the past. Like this is literally a free item. These were regular style boxes in the past. A lot of these items, free style coupon voucher and coloring prism pro, 50 feathers each. And you just saw it costed me like $34 to get like 30 feathers, which I even got lucky on. Here, I'll actually show you the rates. So let's say I wanted to get 50 feathers. I'm expected to open 26 boxes, which cost me $88. So if I wanted 50 feathers because I wanted to buy this dye coupon, right, it would cost me around $88 on average, which is very, very, very expensive. Now, some people look at this type of stuff and be like, you know, there's actually no harm in monetizing fashion in this way, because at the end of the day, fashion has no impact on your gameplay. It doesn't give you an advantage on other people, and it's all fashion. It could be as expensive as you want. And when I hear stuff like that, it just makes me laugh. Like, I just think it's so ridiculous because, first of all, fashion and customizing your character is a part of the game. So why can't I complain and criticize it? Because it's part of the game. Like, it's part of playing MapleStory is customizing your character. People have been customizing the character back in the day, wearing bandanas and shit, right? This is just the modern version of customizing your character. I want the customization of this game to be cheaper. I want it to be more accessible to more people. Why is customizing your character a super duper premium thing? Keep in mind that $88 is a lot of money even for somebody in the US. What if you're somebody in Brazil? What if you're somebody in Turkey? What if you're somebody somewhere else, right? This is the global version of the game. So to me, like, it's just ridiculous how expensive all of this stuff is, even if it's just cosmetics. The other thing that Nexon seems to be doing is they're like restricting how much customization we could even have. So for example, this set that I have, I got it from these feathers. So not only did I have to buy the feathers, I had to also use the feathers to get the set. But then if I want to customize the set, I have to pay even more to customize it. You don't actually even own the item. You know what I mean? You don't own the item to its full extent. If you want to like actually do stuff with the item, you have to pay so much more. And it's like a lot of money. Like I hate when people are just like, I'm just ranting on at this point, to be honest with you. I hate when people are just like, oh, well, honestly, like, well, you're just priced out. Like you just can't afford it. It doesn't matter if I can't afford it or anything, or it doesn't matter if I can afford it. The point is like, it's just way too much for what it is, especially when you look at other servers. You have to keep in mind that these items came from Korea, and over there on their server, they could literally just buy all of these items for $5 or less, just straight up. For us, it costs $88, which is almost like 18 times more expensive. Like that shit is crazy to me. It's like, why do we have to pay upwards of 20 times more to do the same thing? Like I should just go play on Korea. You know what I mean? I should just go play in Korea at this point. Like what is the advantage of playing on our server in terms of monetization, right? In terms of like monetary value, what's the advantage of playing on our server if I could just go do the same things I do here in Korea for cheaper? I don't know. I don't know if I'm crazy for saying that, but yeah, I'm kind of just ranting at this point. Anyways, the point that I'm trying to make is a lot of people will say it doesn't actually matter how much any of this costs because it's just cosmetic. The problem is it's not cosmetic. They always put power in these as well. So you see here at 45 feathers, you can get these titles that give you extra damage, boss damage, IED, attack, or they give you extra XP rates, bonus 40% XP. Now, this is a competitive advantage that you are priced out on. Like you can't get this unless you buy it. These are stats that you cannot get for free. There's a difference between paying for something that makes you stronger faster, but everybody else is going to be able to get it anyways. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you buy the Challenger Pass, right? Challenger Pass honestly still isn't even a great example of this, but let's say you buy the Challenger Pass. Every single item here at the bottom, there are other ways to get them, and you can get them just by playing the game long enough. Like let's say you don't get a symbol selector. Like at the end of the day, you could still do your dailies and still get symbols. So it's like, yes, this is a form of pay to win, but it's not as egregious as the feathers, for example. Whereas the feathers, you can get this title that you cannot get any other way. Like there's no way to get these stats unless you buy them. So when people say like, oh, it doesn't matter that the cosmetics are expensive, bro, this is what they do. They include the power with the cosmetics. So the power itself is also getting more expensive. Like that's what you're not realizing. It's not just cosmetics. The power stuff is attached to it. So it makes you buy both. They know that like a lot of people that play this game don't care too much about cosmetics, but they care a lot about power. So they put the two systems together and then raise the price of both so that you can just pay for both. So for example, this title, I'll give you a little bit of a history lesson on these titles. This title, you used to be able to buy it, I believe, with the Explorer NX sets, and you would be able to get a title like this, and it costed around like $30 or $40 or something like that, right? Keep in mind, 45 feathers is an expected $80. $80 to get one of the titles. Previously, it was $30 to $40, maybe about a year and a half ago or something like that. Last patch in June, they had these titles again, but they costed around $60 if you wanted to buy them with the Boss Set NX. Now, it costs $80. So we went from like 30 to 40 to 60 to 80 for the exact same item. And honestly, I think part of the reason is because we're not realizing like this stuff just gets more and more expensive. Like we're just not seeing it. Like I'm trying to help you guys like see what I'm seeing. Bro, honestly, if I'm crazy and like I don't know what I'm talking about, please just leave a comment. Like we can have a discussion on this. I want to know you guys' perspective on it. For me, when I play this game for years and years and years, and I see these same items get more and more and more and more expensive, it just raises red flags to me. Like this is a literal free NX set. I just want to point this out. This was given out for free. Now it costs like 150 feathers, which is like what, $240 or something? Like that's crazy. Now the next part to this is these items in particular here: Color Prism Pro and Freestyle coupon. And honestly, the custom skin coupon, Skin Prism as well. You can see how expensive they are: 140 feathers, 200 feathers, and the Coloring Prism Pro. Now, at the start of this, I said there is something that I actually like about this. The only thing that I would say that I sort of like about this is the fact that you can get a Color Prism Pro. Like, at least this item is in the game. Like, I don't know. Same with the Freestyle coupon. Like, at least this item's in the game. I don't know if I'm also cooked for saying that, but like, I'm going to show you how this item works. I actually have one just to show you how the item works. So you can use this item on almost any item in the game, which is actually pretty interesting. And you can dye items basically however you want. So I could put it here and you can dye the item essentially however you want. Like I said, red. Like, you could just like, I don't know, go crazy with it. Like, you could just change the color and stuff. Now, honestly, this isn't really a good example because it doesn't work well with black and white outfits. So I'm going to take off my top over here and I'm going to use the dye on it. And you'll see that you can change the color to whatever you want. And now this is like a very good, cool customization that the game has to offer. And I actually think it's sick. Like, I think having this in the game is really, really cool. Like, for example, I think making this red honestly looks good. Like, I feel like I want to do this. Honestly, makes me enjoy the game more. It goes back to what I was saying about how like customizing your character is part of the game. Like, that is a game mechanic. That is a game feature that I want to be better and more accessible to more people. Like, I don't want this to be some sort of like ultra premium thing that you have to pay so much money to get, especially because that's not the case in other servers. Other servers is not an ultra premium thing. This is like base game function. So like, what makes me so angry is like, you have to spend so much money just to get the item, and then you can't even customize the item in the first place. Like, I would understand if I spent a lot of money on the item and then I could customize the item. It's like, okay, I have the item, now I could do whatever I want with it. But you can't do that. You can't do whatever you want with it. You have to like also pay absurd amounts just to dye the item. A lot of times the dye is more expensive than the item. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I also want to mention that these little like feather system is just like straight up gambling. Like, you don't get anything. Like, you can open a box of 10. I have 33 feathers. What can I buy? These dog ass faces and chairs, like, it's essentially nothing. You know what I mean? You have to like keep buying until you get something. So you're essentially gambling. Like, obviously we understand that there is many types of gambling in this game, right? Like, opening boxes is in its own way a gamble, but at least you get an item every single time. But with this, you don't get an item every single time. You could open a feather and get nothing. You get one feather. You can't do anything with one feather. So it's like, it's even more egregious in terms of gambling because you can't do anything unless you get a certain amount of feathers. These items are worthless until you get a certain amount. Like, I'm at 33 right now. What am I going to do with 33? Now it's like I got a deep sense of FOMO and be like, oh, I got to buy another set of 10. That way I could at least get another color prism, right? It's like, that's the type of game they're trying to do. The freestyle coupon, if you don't know what it does, it allows you to change gender locked items to be universal. So you could just like wear anything you want, which, keep in mind, this is an item that is dirt cheap in Korea and you could just buy whenever you want, unlimited amounts, which for us, it costs like $88. Like, okay. Okay. For us, it costs like $88. It's like a 50 times multiple. Like, I don't know. That shit just makes no sense. Like, it's so ridiculous. There's one last thing that I wanted to mention for you guys, a little bit of a tip. And this is good buying information in general if you are somebody who wants to get royals. So royal hairs and royal faces. So let's say this hair, for example, the Angela hair, my Ren is wearing it and obviously she looks so good. But these types of hairs, you could think of them sort of as like premium hairs, and how they usually work is there is a lower chance to get the good hair versus the bad hairs. Like, they know that the bad hairs are ugly and they make you roll the bad hairs more often. You can actually see the rates of everything. You should always do this. There's always a little tiny button that says here. So always press this and it'll tell you the rates on how you get something. So Angela hair, just like I said, has a 7% chance to hit, and the dog shit hairs have like a total of 45% chance to hit. So basically, every time you open a royal, there's like a 50% chance or more, honestly, to get dog shit. And this is designed that way on purpose. So what you should do is, if you are trying to get a 7% hair or any low percentage item, you should roll while wearing one of the high percentage items. So for example, if I was wearing this hair, conch hair, whenever you roll your hair and want to get a new one, you cannot roll the one that you're currently wearing. So if I'm wearing this one and then I use the coupon, I can't get this one again. I can only get the other ones. So that means the chance of getting something good, including the Angela hair, slightly goes up. So you should always do that. So you should save one of the bad hairs so that when you start rolling, you always go back to the bad hair and then begin. That way you have a higher chance of getting something and you save money. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you watched the entirety of the video, I am looking for advice. Should I make my outfit all black or should I go for red and black? Let me know what you think would look better. Here, I'll even show you. You saw the red outfit before. I'll even show you what the weapon looks like in red or in black. So something kind of like this, like red and black, or I just make it all black and then the top is black or the top is red or something. I don't know. I kind of want to have an iconic look on this character because I'm playing it as my main, but it's also like ridiculously fucking expensive. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you watched watch the entire video, I want you to say the word prism. I want you to say the word prism in the comments so I know you watched the whole video and I'm not crazy. Definitely want to hear your thoughts on this one. And yeah, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Shout out to my beautiful members, Blazefire, Shooms, Shagad, Ravi Espa, Koga, Skittles, CKJ, Vampiric X, Fresh and Juicy, Kelvin, Cloud Figs, Trashbot, Henzo, Dylan, Cloudy Quesos, Jason B, Sylvester L, J.A., Russell M, Mochi Teddy, Zero Sama, Shredbot, Michael R, and Suna TM. I appreciate you guys so much. If you guys ever want to submit art, put it in the Discord fan art channel, and I'll see you for the next video.